Hi class, welcome to week 6 of music appreciation. We will kind of be on hold until July 12th. Everything that is due starting tomorrow, you have 2 weeks to complete because we have a holiday break in between within the next 2 weeks. And so everything that you see on these assignments are not going to be due until July 12th on Tuesday night that week, and then we'll have 2 weeks left after that, and we'll end on July 25th. And so you will have regular assignments due in week 7 and then week 8. So 6 is kind of like not really 1 week, it's like 2 weeks. And so I'm just going to do a rundown really fast of your assignments. It's kind of the same as the last 2 units, just so you know. There's really nothing new. I'll show you something in EdPuzzle, and then I also want to talk to you about your concert credits. And so just to let you know what's going on the last couple of weeks, and it's going to be here before you know it. I'm going to switch over my view to our course for this unit. You see here week 6. There are only two weeks left after this, but it's really 3 as far as time. Okay, and so we move into the classical period. The first thing I have up this week is our checklist. And so make sure that you read through that. I'm doing number 1 right now, so it's not on there yet, but it will be as soon as I get this downloaded. You need to go to Unit 4 and go ahead and use the ebook to help highlight the text, and so that you don't get bogged down with reading. It's a good way to highlight it if you have time to get on the ebook. Then you need to complete the Learn Smart activity to 100%, worth 50 points as normal, and you need to make sure that you get all that done so that all your other assignments will be open to you. I have changed all of the listening assignments this week. Once you listen to it, it will automatically give you 50%. So even if you miss part of the question part, it's not going to keep you from opening the test. Some people had trouble going back and attempting the listening assignments again last week. On my information, it says that your assignments have more than 1 attempt. So it didn't make any sense to me that some of you had trouble going back and try to raise your grade so that it would open up for your test. So anyway, I'm going to try this again a little bit different way. All of your Connect listening is under Connect listening assignments. There are only 4. I eliminated a lot, so you guys are lucky. The total listening time is 28 minutes. And so you should enjoy listening to this music because a lot of it is familiar to you, especially Symphony number 40 and Symphony number 5. So there are 3 symphonies and 1 opera. And you will have opportunities to submit those, answer questions for all 4 of those listening assignments, and each one is worth 10 points to your homework. Alright, in addition to that, you've got 5 short videos for EdPuzzle. So let me talk through these really quick. Notice that the Haydn Symphony is the first thing, so I put the Haydn video first. And then we go into kind of some background of Mozart and go into his listening for his symphony. And so I put a little snippet of the old movie called Amadeus that was made about it's a fictitious movie made about his life a long time ago, back in the 80s. It still has a lot of great insight as to what kind of person Mozart was, even though it's a little stretching of the truth. So enjoy that. It's from the point of view from another composer named Salieri that lived at the same time, that considered himself to be a rival with Mozart, and that's kind of the fictitious part. And then there is an introduction video for Don Giovanni, which is the opera excerpt we're going to watch. This is a company that is doing this opera, and so they are talking about the actual production of it and what the characters, you know, will go through to get stuff ready for stage. And so I thought it was just an interesting, it's pretty short, it's like 5 minutes, and so watch that and get kind of an insight on the kind of the background of Don Giovanni. This Don Giovanni video is different. This one is the actual, it's the same music as this on the Connect, but this is the actual video. And so you'll get to see the subtitles, which are the English words that go with the Italian words. And so it's the very same guide. If you were to go in the Camian text with the listening guide, you'd be able to do that with this video. But I want you to watch it so you kind of see what's going on. And this is the Act 1 introduction. And it's actually 3 baritone singers. So you don't get to see and hear 3 bass singers on stage that often together. So it's real interesting. I wish I had time to show you the whole Don Giovanni video, but obviously we don't have 2.5 hours to do that. Alright, and then this last video is just a short little introduction. Really, it's going to take like 3 minutes to watch this one, just to give you a little background and insight on Beethoven's Symphony number 5. And so this is one that you all have heard and know, and so hopefully you won't be you know, floundering trying to remember these or know who wrote what. So this has a form of theme and variation, and so every variation is going to be the same length. Haydn was he's called Papa Haydn for a reason. He pretty much invented the symphony and the string quartet, and even though I'm not playing any of the string quartets for you, they existed. I just wanted to focus mainly on the operas. Alright, so that's EdPuzzle. All of these are worth 35 points. You have no questions to answer, but all of them are worth 35 points total. So they're each worth 7 points. So that's 35 points of your homework. So all you have to do is watch them. I'll know if you watched them. You don't have to submit anything on EdPuzzle. Alright, and so let me do this one more thing. You still have live performance opportunity dates. All of those some of those are still good. One of them is no longer good, and I marked it out. It's on there, but it's already passed. It was last weekend. Make sure to read and download this report form so that you know what information that you need to listen for during the performances that you might go to, and know what to email back to me. You have 2 of these reports due. I'm going to talk about the second one in just a minute. But you have to find something live to go to, so don't forget about that. That is worth quite a bit of homework. I think it's 150 points, and so it's worth more than a test. Alright, and let me just show you on EdPuzzle. I haven't archived these assignments yet for the Baroque period, and so if you know that you've already done the ones for the Baroque period, then skip on down to these and try to go in the order that I gave them to you on the assignments under EdPuzzle assignments, because I can't control the order of these, and so try to go in order, because Beethoven is the very end of the unit, and so we need to watch the Don Giovanni things before we watch the Beethoven, because it's kind of all going in order. Alright, and last but not least, let's look at your week 6 on the McGraw-Hill. This is all you have for this. These are prerequisites here in order for the Unit 4 test to be open to you. And so if you listen to it, you're going to get 50% of your points. If you answer the questions, you have another 50% that you can earn. And so each one is worth 10 points. By listening, you've earned 5 points, which will give you 50%. You need all those points because you want 50 points here, and you want 40 points here, and you want as many points on this as you can get. And then the EdPuzzle is 35 points. I know those don't sound like much, but you need to make sure that you get all those points in every week. Everything adds up. And so make sure that you listen to all of this 100% to the end and press submit. Otherwise, I don't know that you did it. And I think that's about it. Now, the only other thing that I want to talk to you about is to make sure that you are planning ahead for whatever concert you are going to go to that count for your live performance. You need to be making plans. There are tickets that need to be purchased. I will tell you this, I've seen notices about School of Rock at the Imperial Center, and they may sell out of tickets before that weekend. And so if you plan on going to School of Rock, you need to be planning ahead and getting your ticket ordered. You can call the box office. They can hold it there. You don't have to go to the box office to pick it up until the day of your show, but you do need to purchase it in advance. And so make sure that if you're planning to do that, go ahead and get your tickets, because I can't control how many tickets are available, and you can't automatically assume that there's going to be a ticket when you walk into a show, and be prepared to pay for those tickets. Into the Woods is coming on the 14th, as well as Seven Brides for Seven Brothers in Wilson, and I plan on coming for Into the Woods because that's a lot of my old students. And so if you have any other questions about that, please feel free to ask me. The other thing I wanted to let you know, I'm still looking for the recorded concert that I want you to watch for your other concert credit. And so I'll be putting that on between now and the 12th. So if you want to go ahead and get that on, I will add that to this week's Moodle assignments when I get it chosen. I'm narrowing it down, but I wanted it to be exactly something very specific, and I'm having a hard time finding it. And so I'll talk about that report form worksheet as well. When it gets to that, I'll have more specific questions. All right, I think that's all. And so I know this is really late, and so I hopefully have made sense. And if I haven't, just ignore me. Do all your work. Have fun listening to this beautiful music. Let me know if I can help you in any way. And have a great week, and have a very safe 4th.